I did not add any of the extras in here except for the dot grid on the background. And honestly, part of me wishes I had, but I wanted to make this as neutral as possible. I love that you can add as much customization to this as you want to. Hi everybody, today I am taking a look at the personal planner. This has been one that several of you have requested of me, and they actually reached out to me and offered me an opportunity to take a look at this. They gave me a coupon code so I didn't have to pay for it, but they are not sponsoring this. I am giving you my honest opinion. One of the reasons I was interested and also intimidated is this is one of those planners that you go and you do a lot of personalization. And I went through the whole process and I filmed it. So I'll go through that first and then we'll talk about the planner I actually received. So when you go to the website, you have a choice between several different sizes of planners and then several different cover options. They have a bunch of different artworks. Honestly, I wasn't really a fan of much of the different artwork styles. The photos and things like that just really aren't my thing. But I picked one that I actually did really like. You do have a lot of choices. They're just really not necessarily in my personal design love. That doesn't mean they suck. That just means I'm not a fan. But I picked the planner that they said was the most popular size. And then when you go in, you have a choice of multiple layouts. There are so many different layouts to choose from that can give you basically anything that you want. I wound up picking a week on one page with a blank side of the other week, mostly because I have been so intrigued by the Happy Planner dashboard layout that I thought I would try to recreate it. My only real issue with the layout I picked was that the weekend has less space, but that was my fault by picking that because there are other options that didn't have that problem. The other thing that I really love is that you can choose different lines, different dots for both the page itself, for inside the weeks and the days, for the little section on the bottom for notes, and you can pick different decorations for the page as well. There's so much customization here, which is both awesome and overwhelming, so just be aware of it when you go in to order one of these. One other thing that I will make note of is that while you can change so much about the page layout, the one thing that is difficult to change is the actual color scheme or the situation around the holidays and the days of the week. That was one thing that, again, I wish I could have changed to get rid of those squares and maybe get rid of those, the extra color and just have it be truly neutral. You have the option to add trackers, like meal trackers or exercise, things like that, work hours. You have things that you can add both in the little notes section down below and on your individual days, which I find to be really fascinating. If that's something that you're interested in, so instead of using stickers, you just have it printed on there all the time. That's a really great thing for some people. I don't think I personally would use that because I like experimenting with where things go every week. But for some people who are really have a habit of putting things in a certain spot, it can save you money on stickers and just make your planner feel very uniform to you. Now, when you get to the back pages section, again, you get to pick, I think, 3 different modules. It's part of the cost of the planner, and there are all sorts of different options that you can use for the back, from something simple like dot grid to coloring pages to contact pages. They give you a lot of choices, which for people who maybe dislike the standard options that come in a planner like an Erin Condren or an Inkwell Press, this gives you the chance to add what you want. And maybe that's of everything that this whole personal planner situation does that I think is really awesome. The combination of being able to decide what exactly goes on your weeks and what exactly goes in the back of your planner, I find to be very, very, very awesome for people who really are looking for something that is just for them. So it's, absolutely something that you can take a look at. And at the end, you confirm to make sure that everything is the way you want it, because one thing with this website, once you have sent that order in, you can't make changes. So you need to make sure everything is the way you want it to be. Even with all of the additions that I made to the planner, the price stayed the same as it was at the beginning, something I appreciate. There are other planners like this that keep ratcheting up the price the more you add to it. I thought that was pretty cool. So right, here's the planner. It came about 2 weeks after I ordered it, which is about in line what they tell you on the website. Looking at it, it came with this cord to hold it shut, but the cord was not already installed. I had to install it myself by putting it through on the back. And I can already tell you that it might be annoying having these bumpy situations on the back. So I'm not usually one who uses a cord. So if I was going to use this, I'd probably take it off so I wouldn't have the bumpy situation. Now looking at this, it is wire O binding, not one of my favorites. I've talked about that before. It's because I don't like this spot here, where they like stuff can sometimes come out of it. This place where the binding comes together, right about, let me see here. Yeah, I dislike that. Not my favorite, but I know a lot of other people who like it, so I'm not worried. They also sent a sheet of stickers with it. They're nice and small. I'm assuming they'll fit really well in the planner. Some to-dos, a bunch of different like little, encouragement or whatever, birthdays, icons, emojis, more icons, and then some more to-dos and arrows in a different color scheme. So that's nice. They're on like matte, like soft matte paper, and it looks like you can either tear these into individual sheets or kind of fold it up so that it goes somewhere else. Now, like I said in the ordering part of this video, I ordered the A5 size because it seemed to be the most popular. I had it personalized with the year, but I didn't put a name on it because I will likely be giving this away. The cover is this kind of hard plastic situation. It's really smooth and shiny on the back, but the front is kind of textured and rough. It's really kind of pretty, and it feels durable, like it will protect the planner. And you have the same cover on the back with the holes punched in it for the cord. The actual printed cover is a shiny, you can see the shininess here in the light. It's a shiny, like, it's thinner than cardboard, thicker than cardstock, and it's coated with this shiny, like, glossy coating. The printing is nice and clear. And then the back is not quite as shiny, but it's also coated. And there's a little story here about the like personal planner with their little like advertising section. I like how small it is and that it's on the cover, a spot that you wouldn't use anyway. Then here is the 2019 vision board, and then it just goes right into the year. They also give you a ruler, which is basically a standard little, ruler that snaps in. I picked this kind of a layout with a week on one page and a blank page on the other. Now, I'm not a big fan of the weekend sharing one spot, but to be fair, I picked this one just because I thought it was interesting and I wanted to try out the blank other side. And they do have several different layouts where the weekend gets equal amount of space to the other days. So this isn't the fault of the planner. This is my fault for picking this layer. I do love this dot grid. I don't even know if you can see it. It's so faint. It's there, but it's like goddamn, like super faint, which means it'll be useful, but you could treat this like a blank page if you wanted to. And I added it in the bottom here, and then there's the little calendar. Now, if there's a way to leave this little calendar off, I couldn't find it when I was ordering it, but I would have done that. Now, I did not add any of the extras in here except for the dot grid on the background. And honestly, part of me wishes I had, but I wanted to make this as neutral as possible. I love that you can add as much customization to this as you want to, but at the same time, because maybe the bigger one would be more fun to add those things too. I tried to keep this as neutral as possible, and the biggest thing that I wasn't able to figure out, again, was whether or not I could turn off these colors and like the colors that are here and there, because this as a neutral planner is really nice and neutral, except for like these random pops of red. It's like, motherfucker, it's so bright or whatever. When it comes to moving forward through the months, it has the marked via color on the side of the planner. Now, I have a Monday start, but I think you can change that as well. And of course, you can change the date that this starts in. Looking at the monthly spread, there's the color along the top. I picked lines down the side, and then there's the holidays on here. Again, something you can turn off or pick different holidays for different countries. And then it has these shadowed in pages with the holidays and everything kind of faded out for the next month. Now this is interesting. I was flipping through here and I came across this page that has a typo on it. That has just some stuff. Now instead of reprinting it, they left the typo in but gave me codes for both myself and somebody else to order another planner. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I like that they already offered a way to like make it up to you, but at the same time, what happens when I hit this week? Like March 2nd and 3rd. Oh my God. Just kidding. We wouldn't make a typo. Rip this page out and your planner will look normal again, but save the discount codes. They're real. Oh my God. Really? Okay. That's funny. They got me. Jesus. So getting to the end of the planner, I did the April through March. So this first section of my extras is a bunch of dot grid pages. I think I got 10 of them. And then I have a monthly overview Sunday start. So this basically gives you a full-blown situation that you can use to add birthdays or just future planning appointments for 2020. And then I added a bunch of blank pages because sketching is awesome, and they're all blank except for this last one, which has a barcode on it. And that's the end of the planner. They also give you a plastic pocket which comes out. I just put it here in the back and it opens all the way at the top. It's basically the same size as an A5 page. The paper, according to the website, is 130 grams, which puts it in like between the 32 and 36 pound paperweight, which is a nice thick paper, and it is white. And like I said, the printing on here, I don't like how dark the dates are, and I don't like the extra color, but the rest of the colors are nice and soft and neutral. So I'm going to pen test this now. I have my standard pens I've been using for pen testing, a Pilot fine liner, a Uniball Signo gel pen, and a Tombow dual brush marker, and I'm heavy-handed. Well, they all wrote nice and smooth, none of them smeared. If I flip it over, we have shadowing with all, like a little bit of shadowing or ghosting with all three of them, no bleed through, and the only one that left any of that ridge is the gel pen. So it wrote nice and comfortable. This could be really nice planner paper. Overall, I think that this is a really interesting planner. I love that you have so many options for customization, and it's a little lower on the stress level than some of the other customizable planners, especially with the different sizes that they offer. The price is actually not that bad considering how much you get to customize these, and I like that you get add-ons without having to pay extra. Like, that's just included in the price. And for me, that makes this really exciting. There are some planners where you do the whole planner, and the more you add on, the higher the price gets. I like that you're able to make a bunch of adjustments to this and it's all inclusive. I think that's really awesome. The biggest issue I think I would have with using this planner is the needing to just completely remove any of these bright colors. I know that they use it on the sides to help you find the month, but if they could just do different shades of gray or something, that would make me just as happy, and then I would feel a little bit better about the neutralness, but that's my own personal opinion. Honestly, I think that for the cost, this is a $40 planner, but with the amount of extra you can add to it, I think that it's still pricey, but worth the price. Now, I'm going to give this away. I'm not going to use it, but I'm not giving it away in this video. I am so close as of the filming of this video to 50,000 subscribers here on YouTube, so I will likely add this into my 50,000 subscriber giveaway when I wind up doing that. Personal Planner did give me a code that you can use to get 15% off your order until the end of May 2019, which is Cindy15off, all caps, and just let me know if you're going to use it. It's not an affiliate link. I don't get any kickback from you using the code. It's just a way for them to offer you something if you decide to order this. So overall, if you want a customizable planner, this could be a good one. I think if I ever am going to mess around with one of these more, I'll probably order the A4 size because I feel like this is too small for me. Just a little too wee for me, and I love being able to have 1 week and then a big empty space. So if I was going to do that, I'd want a bigger one so I'd have more room during the days. But that's personal preference. I hope that this video was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if there's any planners you'd like me to take a look at. I'm starting to look at them for the new academic season, and I'd love to hear from you what you're interested in me seeing. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.